is in business. And why are networks important? Networks of people around us influence our health and our wealth and our success. Our networks get us jobs and take care of us when we're sick. And we use network analysis to do things like break up terrorism networks or stop the spread of an infectious disease. Understanding the incestuous board membership of different corporations. And you can get some of this data from things like social media, like Facebook, but I don't know that your 998th Facebook friend is really a person who's going to take you to chemo. So in order to collect that real life personal network data, it's very difficult, and it's a problem that network scientists have had for years. So Jesse and I came in and helped solve that problem. And what we did was these traditional network data collection tools you see on the left are very cumbersome and take a lot of resources to create. And they give data that's not very manageable. We built modules into Eddi that were designed to collect network data, making it easy for the researcher, but also providing this interface that looks cool and feels cool and is designed in a way that you can engage with it and understand it no matter your level of education. And so now we can collect data on a tablet outside of a Dairy Queen in rural Appalachia, and people say, man, this was really fun. But how are we going to sell it?
Right, so, am I good? All right, so we have a couple different revenue streams. We're going to start with SaaS style, so software as a service. That's going to be for a lot of your regular customers. That's going to pay for your support and all that kind of stuff. We will eventually transition also to subscriptions. So you'll have tiered systems where you can pay for different levels of support or different types of tools. That's also possible. One of our real clients is the enterprise contracts. This is your institutions. This is this is healthcare. This is universities. This is market research, stuff like that. That's where a lot of the money will lie because those are big corporations. So there's going to be, you can charge a lot for all the different users that are going to use it. And then we can also transition to a module marketplace. So think of like an app store kind of, where developers and researchers can get together and they can design these modules and these collection tools, and then they can kind of talk about it and they can buy and sell with each other. And similar to the way Apple or Android Play works, we take a cut of all those sales. Thank you. So our revenue model for year one, most of our costs are going to be in personnel. So ideally, we'd have 3 full-time developers. 2 of them are going to be committed purely to developing the Eddi platform, building customer tools, stuff like that. 1 would be for customer support and service. We would have a full-time operations and client acquisition member who's going to go out and talk to clients, they're going to talk to people, get the product sold. It's a lot of word of mouth. And then a project manager who's going to keep everything on track for the year. Workspace and server hosting is something that we can start small, and as the need for more back-end stuff is required, we can always scale that up. Our revenue is going to come from our SaaS supports. That can be anywhere between $40 and up to $833 per month, depending on the client size. And then we have our custom tools for your individual research groups from $1,000 to $15,000, and our enterprise tools are going to be $25,000 and up.
So what if we did, we're on our version 0.3 right now, which you can see playing on the video in the middle, Scott, and we still want to incorporate the things we love from version 2 and version 3. We have paying customers and customers lined up. We want you to help us bring this to work.
So where are you guys right now? You said you have customers lined up, or do you have customers signed up, or where are you?
We have both. So we've had 1 paying customer. We also have others who are lined up to use it, and we are essentially don't have the resources right now to meet their needs. So really, we've been turning people down for a couple of years so that we can really get this ready to go. Do you want to say more about that? So we have, people have been hounding us for a couple of years. When is this ready? When is this ready?
basic clarifying question, and I may have missed this. Are you strictly a tool for network data scientists, or does the network, is that a way that you're collecting the data? I'm just confused about what is the product and what is your market?
No, it's not strictly for networks. It's really more of a platform. So I went out there and was trying to create something for networks, and I was actually looking to modify an existing software suite. But there's nothing out there that does this. So OpenEddi actually is a modular design so that you can actually put in plugins. So that if another researcher in another place can come up, they don't have to reinvent the wheel. They don't have to create this entirely new software package. They can create just the part that they need for their specific practice. And if they make something that's really effective, they can actually market that little module to sell on our platform.
And network data is an example of a problem we were able to solve.
When you opened your presentation, you asked us about taking surveys and how we felt about taking surveys, and then it went into figuring out how people in social networks are connected. And I really didn't see the connection in the product. In 15 seconds or less, summarize exactly what your company's product is.
Our product is a data collection platform that can suit the needs of a changing and diverse world.
Any other questions? All right, give it up.